Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new painting tutorial, and this time I'm going to paint this lady. This is Morgwaeth, or it's the one. Is the elf witch from the Daughters of Cain warband from Warhammer Underworlds. I'm going to show you one of her minions. So this is the objective we are going to look for. Dark skin, dark purples, and this type of what's called steel combined with some pink. Why not? Okay, I don't know if she will go in pink or maybe in lighter purple. So let's start with the skin. Okay, and we have this mark because I had to scratch. I have to eliminate one mold line that was there, but as I'm going to apply a very dark color, it's not going to be a problem. So I'm going to apply Cygor brown as the base for the dark skin. Okay, I'm very inspired, of course, on the Forgotten Realms dwarves or dark elves. So we are going to apply this on all the parts where we have skin. Okay. I try not to put so that what I try to do is that it's not accumulating too much. You will see that these darker browns, they have a good coverage, but they don't have a good contrast. Okay, I like them because they flow very easily and they are very easy to apply, and you don't need to thin down, and I think they have the right dilution. Try not to do it on other parts because I want to keep, I will do the starting point with contrast, except on the armor that will be a combination of metallics and contrast. Okay, so I'm going to apply that. And you can see very carefully, this part here is quite messy in terms of the sculpt. Not very clean, not very lean, because we have the armor plate of the shoulder pad, it's not that lean, this part, it's not that, it's a little bit messy from the sculpt point of view, but we are going to solve this with the paint job, okay? So sometimes in the paint job we have to also see how we help the sculpt of the miniature. Okay. The only problem with the contrast paints that you can face is that they open the brush more often. Okay, and you need to wash the brush more often to go back to a nice tip. Okay, this will happen because the contrast paint tends to flow up in the to the base of the brush, and this is start opening the tip. Okay, as you can see, it's happening again. This brush on the other side is quite used, is quite battered, so it's normal that is opening. I'm not too concerned. I don't use my best brushes with the contrast because of that. It's like a wash. Okay, for me, you have to see the contrast. The contrast will have similar properties of the wash, with the difference that is much more opacifying. Okay, it covers more than the washes. Okay, I finalize, I do all the skin, and I'm back for the next step. So next step, I'm going to apply the, what's called is the, I forgot the name now, the Grey Seer, yes, this, not Celestial Grey, the Grey Seer color. Okay, this one, no, it's not Corvax White, so I will find it. Okay, you know what I mean, the one from Contrast Paints. I just put it in my palette, and I will apply this on the hair because I want to make it white, so I need a good white nice base. If you don't do that, you can see the purple was visible, so this is really needed if I want to achieve a nice result with the Apothecary White. Okay. I'm not too concerned if I have a little bit of, because I primed them with the other one, with the Wraith Bond, so I'm not too concerned if you can see where I have the Glacier. The important part is where I have still the shade of the purple to cover it correctly, so I don't see this and I can have a nice coverage. I have not done in the first video I did, and I was really I had to work a lot to clean up the mistake. Okay, so important to do this step of tidying up, and I'm doing this because I'm waiting that the contrast is completely drying so I can work on the other colors. Okay, so like that should be okay. You can see I'm not too concerned. We can apply if you want here, but it's not going to, once we apply the Apothecary White, but this difference will not be visible anymore. Okay, and you can apply it so we make it uniform. As you can see, it's quite a fast job, and it's mainly to be sure that important. We can do this later because this will be white anyway. We need to pick up, and here you see I did a mistake because this is not the right brush to do this. And this is laziness, and laziness normally it's payback with more work. Okay, put some. The other thing you can have is to have a little bit of rinse height on your white palette. So if you make a mistake like I have done, just take a little bit of rinse height and clean up the mistake. Okay, let's go now. There is one part that is very tricky, that is to reach the bottom of this lady, the back of this lady, okay, with all this hair, and I have to reach the cloth that is hidden there. So it's the thing we need to paint before doing the hair, and to be fair I should have done this before. So what I'm going to do here, here there were two possibilities. I can go with a base color, or I can go directly with a wash, and I think I will go directly with the Magus Purple. No, I will do a different thing this time. I will apply, because I want more light purple than pink, so I will apply the Dechala Lilac as a base. And then on top we're going to apply Magus Purple. I'm experimenting with the contrast because some of them are too transparent, so you need to reinforce the color that you want to reach applying a base of a different color. Don't apply it directly. And you can see now I will deepen the hair because I need to go really deep inside there. This is the point when you don't do the things in the right order. Okay, I will do apply this just on the clothes, just on the tabard, okay? Because the boots will go in a very dark purple, as I did the boots on the other ladies, and as well all the things that they look leathery will be they will represent that is leather ink with purple, and the clothes will be more a pale color. And in that case I go with, although the other ladies went for pink, I think for this I will go for light purple. So I will do this, and I'm back once this is done, and I will clean up if I do any mistake. So this is how it looks like now that the purple is dry, and now is the moment to apply Magus Purple on top of this. Okay, this one. As I said, if you apply directly on top of white, you will have like a very pinkish color. This is why I apply this, and you can see that we have very nice purple now. I think it's much better. It's giving a pinkish color anyway. There you can see it's pinkish. it's killing a little bit the bluish part of the Dechala Lilac and it's converting it in a more pinkish color. Okay. So this Magus Purple have a lot of magenta. And again, this is a little bit of experiment, but I like more how it's looking like than when you apply directly on white. And here, as I said, this was impossible to avoid to do it on the hair. I should have done the hair later. I remove a little bit from here, this is moving too much. I'm sure this is going to spread it. Okay. And I will need to wait that this dries. Oh, we can do one thing. We can start working on the metallics. Okay, because the metallics I will give a layer on all the metallics that is going to be a very light metal. And here I will show you a color that I'm using for some time and I'm very happy with. This from Miniature Paints. I bought this big pot. Okay, you can see it's really big. I don't know how many milliliters is this. Good is that they don't put the capacity. Okay, this is from Gamecraft Region Works. Okay, and it's called Miniature Paints, so not too complicated. This is a silver one. Okay, and I'm using, you can see. Okay, it comes with a perfect dilution. Okay, I'm very happy. I'm really, and you can see when it's applied, we have really a nice coverage. It's an awesome color. I'm very happy with it. I think it's better than the silver from Games Workshop. And I've been using it each time I want to do a very light silver. It's reminding me about the old Midville Hall. Okay, you can see against the white background is more difficult maybe to see, but let me put let me put a darker background so you can see better how it looks like. Okay, and I'm going to do all the metallic parts. This includes you can even put a little bit of water if you want to make it even thinner if needed, especially on the flat areas. But I tell you, the finishing is brilliant. I will move this away. Yeah. So, for example, I will apply it here. Okay, so really a nice silver. Use a light silver, any one that you have. Okay, I can understand that you don't have this color, so use Stormhorse silver or Room Fan steel, sorry. Any of the two will work. Okay, so I'm going to apply this on all the metallic parts, and I'm back. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Xereus Purple to do the boots and the top part. Okay, the chest of the armor, this part here. Okay. Here it's difficult not to go over the depth. I have not done these things, but they will go in metallic later on. So I will apply now Xereus Purple on all these parts, boots and she's not having gloves, so, and then I'm back for the next step. I have applied the purple, as you can see. I leave the bells at the back. And now I'm going to apply the Apothecary White on the hair. Okay, here you have to be careful, I don't want to apply too much. But you can see Apothecary White, really if you want to do this type of light, whitish hair, whitish feathers, it's a great color. Another contrast. I'm really enjoying the contrast paints. It's helping a lot to shortcut some work. So as you can see, you have to be, go a little bit fast, spread it well, the hair. I clean up the hair before applying it, so you need really a nice white base to apply Apothecary. Okay. And I use it mainly as a wash, as a strong wash, okay? And using the same way of painting, of applying a wash. Yeah, see, I missed one hair, but it's not a problem because this have to go white. We're going to highlight later on the hair, anyway. Okay, so I'm going out with all the frame. Okay, so I will now wait at this device, and I will be back for the next step. Okay, this is how the hair looks like. Okay, and now I'm going to give a different touch on this lady. This is I'm going to use no Voluptuous Pink, and I will do, what's called this? I don't know what it's called in English. This part. Because this lady is fancy and is inking just this tail of her hair. And you can see that by using contrast, we start having a very nice shading. Good. And we're going to do as well the hair at the bottom of this. So now I will do the other one and I'm back. Sorry, I went off camera. So what I was showing is I will do this as well. Okay, and we need to see it from the front. It's just this part. Yes. Okay, now I will do the other one, and I'm back. Okay, next I'm going to use Retributor Armor, and we are going to use the goblet. This one. And we are going to do as well the decoration on this thing. So I do another goblet and I'm back. Okay, next I'm going to use Gryphcharger Grey on the metallics to give this steel look on the metal. Okay, I will not do all the metallics because some parts I will not, the parts I want to be gold, I will not apply it. Okay, but for example here the blade, I will do this part here. Then I will do the side, although there will be one part that will go gold later. The wood, I mean the metal protection of the wood. And here I will do, the skull will go in goldy color, so I'm just doing this part, and the frame will also go in this gold color. And we're going to do the other wood, okay? So we'll finalize the woods and then back. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Aggaros Dunes on the metallics to do light gold. Okay, I normally use a snakebite leather, but in that case I want to use Aggaros Dunes because it will give me a lighter color. So we'll put it on the skull here. Okay, and we will see that it gives a good gold anyway. Okay, if you want darker color, snakebite leather. If you want it more lighter gold, Aggaros Dunes. We're going to do as well this type of head. Ornament. Okay, and we are going to do some other details. I will finalize this like this thing here. In some armor and some parts it's more difficult to do anything, so I will not do any. But you can see that it gives quite a nice shade as well to make gold, okay? So these are the two ways to do gold, starting from, one is to use snakebite leather, the other one is to use Aggaros Dunes. In that case I wanted Aggaros Dunes because to give a lighter color, less brown and more yellow. We are going to do as well this part of the weapon. Okay, I will do the bottom, so I will finalize all these parts and I'm back. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Druchi Violet wash and I will apply it over the dark violet. And in some cases I will go even over the gold, because this will give a nice tint on the gold. And I went there in that slot there in purpose because I wanted to shade it, was too light. And this violet is not bad with the brown we have on the skin. You can see we have win a lot of definition. I will do here around this, okay, and we are going to apply it on the goblet. Good. So you can see that the violet is not working bad over the gold. We'll do the boots. It's a complementary color of the gold in a way, so it gives a very dark shade. So I go all of the boots. So I will do the two boots and back. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use contrast skeleton Horde, and we're going to apply it on the weapon. And I'm thinking to finalize here part 1 on the painting tutorial of this lady. I know that and then I will do part 2 where I do the highlights, details, because the hair will take some time to do it nicely, so I want to show, to spend time. I want also to spend some time on how I will do the highlight and the face. There are two elements here that are quite interesting on this miniature. Okay, and you can see this, I wanted to give this ivory touch on the weapon, so I think this skeleton Horde, I like a lot the brown and ochre color. How it's called, this contrast paints. Again, Workshop did a good job there, and you can see I'm using them more and more. So now I wait that this dries, and I will finalize here part 1. So I hope you have enjoyed up to now. Let me know what do you think. And yeah, and as I always said, so this is a good level, so this is very basic, so there's some detail and some work. So, but some people can even finish here just adding a couple of details, like doing the eyes and the teeth, and that's all. Next part, I will do the part 2 where I will start doing details and highlights and details. So please share if you think other people can be interested, would like to see this tutorial. Give a like if you have liked this video, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.